What is going on, guys? So today we are testing out WristClean watch spray. I actually got the enthusiast package, which also comes with 3 of these dry cloths. It comes with some polishing cloths, this very fine toothbrush. This is 10 times more fine than a normal fine toothbrush, by the way. And I'm gonna try it out on the polished center link on one area first, just to make sure it doesn't scratch it, because I have scratched, not this watch, but in the past, some polished center links. It also comes with some rubber cleaning spray, as well as some leather cleaning spray. So it says, just to use a little bit of warm water. It gives you full instructions on how to use all these products. And it says to spray the watch. Obviously make sure crown is set. Let's spray the watch. It says this is supposed to work a lot better than soap. I don't really know. It doesn't say how much of this product to use, but I'm gonna just use a little bit more than probably I need to the first time. And it says just to clean it with your hands. And this is what I did prior with soap also. And then they said that brush is for like stubborn oil stains. So always, this has the easy link. So take down the easy link so you can get in there really good. And I am going to try this brush on the back side first, just to see. It didn't scratch it. Awesome. I can usually tell right away if it made any swirls on the polished center links or on any polished surface, and it didn't. Before I go any further though, I am going to respray this just to make sure we're not going metal to metal. I'm going to be very careful on this platinum. Very careful, because it says it even works on precious metals, and the main reason I got this kit is for the platinum bezel on this Yachtmaster, because it is super easy to smudge, and I needed something a little bit better than regular soap to clean it. So let's give it a try. Getting in between those bracelet links really well. That's where all the oil and grime kind of builds up, and underneath this clasp. Of course, always make sure your crown's secure. It's looking pretty shiny, to be honest with you. It usually doesn't rinse off this fast with just soap and water, and even the brush surfaces actually look better than they normally do with soap and water. No scratching on the sandblasted surface of the platinum bezel. That's awesome. We'll make sure it's rinsed properly, and then they give you these awesome non-scratching dry cloths. So I am going to just dry this bad boy and see what we get. The biggest thing with this Yachtmaster is I usually blow dry, and it works, but what happens is a little bit of water always builds up around these polished markers on this bezel. And you would never probably even be able to tell in photos, but me, I'm very picky, and usually you can tell. I can, at least. And there'll be a little bit of buildup around the numbers on the bezel. And you know, I'm just really picky. You spend this kind of money for a watch, and you want to keep it as fresh as possible. And wow, worked perfect on the bezel. I'm sure you can see it in there. Like, I mean, it is like flawless. No gunk residue left over at all. So I think part of it is this dry cloth, and then of course part of it is a good product that really gets all that oil and grime off the watch. And it is summer here right now. I am in Ohio. My previous videos I was in Florida, so there's not quite as much heat here, but there's still humidity, and I still sweat like crazy. So getting all that gunk off is definitely a must. And then they recommend after you get it completely dry to take the polishing cloth that they have and just kind of run it over it. I'm not going to do that in this video. I more or less just wanted to get how clean the watch got just with their product. Now there are a little bit of small fingerprints or whatnot still on this, which like I said, I'll wipe off with the polishing kit. But all in all, this honestly, the product did work better than just soap and water. So I'm going to continue to use it and recommend it. I don't see anything wrong with the product so far. It worked relatively fast, and it actually rinsed off way better than soap and water too. Usually I have to rinse here for quite a while with soap and water. Really bad in Florida because the water sucked in Florida. But if you could use like a filtered water, sometimes it rinses off a little faster. But there you go. And we have WristClean watch spray. You can see their website right there. I have no affiliation with them. I'm just solely recommending. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll add a follow-up little video here just with like after I polish it up a little bit. And I don't mean like actually polishing it, just using a polishing cloth. Have a wonderful day. Check me out on Instagram, Watch Display. Alright, so after using the WristClean made by Variant polishing cloth, after cleaning it with the brush as well as letting it dry properly and then wiping it down. I mean, I still do have a few scratches obviously on the polish section, but that's not anything this would do. I'm just trying to clean it, and this is more of like a polishing cloth just to get fingerprints and everything like that off of it. And I must say this whole process was much better than just using soap and water, and it got the bezel way cleaner. That's the hardest part, was the bezel, because it's got this satin area. The soap and water never really tend to get it as clean as this did this fast. There's still a little bit of buildup, but like I was doing it pretty quick because we were on video. I think if I thoroughly took 5 minutes to really clean this without recording, that it would be nearly flawless. It actually worked really good around the Cyclops as well using that brush. And I will say it's 10 times, well, I don't know about 10 times. I'm kind of just estimating, but it's much, 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 much softer than a soft bristle brush. I have one here that's actually, recommended from a dentist for people with very sensitive gums, and this brush still is way softer than that. So I do recommend it on precious metals, but of course you don't want to let the brush do the work. You don't have to put any elbow, you don't have to put a lot of strength into it.